Sagittarius, November 2017, for anyone who has their ascendant, especially in Sagittarius, sun or moon as well. You can check those. They'll probably be quite relevant as well. Okay, so the biggest action, guys, is happening in the last three, in the 11th, 12th, and first houses for you, which will have the element of completing something. This is the part of the horoscope that is about completing something, bringing something to a closure of some sort. Not in a negative way, of course. By the way, all the planets are moving direct, and Sagittarius love that energy because Sagittarius is a sign of exploration, moving forward, new adventures. And when all planets are moving direct, the important planets, talking about the 7 visible planets that rule material things in life, then life moves forward. So there's about searching new horizons, exploring new horizons. So Sagittarius have the green card to move forward as well ahead this month, even though there is a sense of closure of something, though some things will be coming to an end in a positive way, though it's almost like, oh, you know, I'm ready to, just before I finish that project, and I can take a break and renew myself. And let's look how Sagittarius will be affected. Well, you're going to have Mars in the 11th house. Mars will enter your 11th house the whole November. It will be there. And Mars is in your 11th house once every 2.5 years, guys. 2 years, 0.3 months. So it's a very rare time. For a month and a half it is there. And it's energizing influence. So what area of your life will be energized? Well, it's the 11th house. You'll be socially quite active. You'll be possibly more in the public eye as well. You might be possibly very ambitiously following some goals, long-term goals of yours, because 11th house is about economic goals that we have, material, financial goals that we pursue relentlessly, and Mars there gives the focus with that. But it's good for you to collaborate with someone because it's in the sign of Libra. Collaborating with someone, maybe some goal mutually with a partner of some sort that you can complete, and also having some goal that is about putting more in public, putting in public, the public eye. Also, you might be more competitive in regards to procuring some bonus, some financial gain. You can be putting a lot of energy into pursuing financial goals of any sort as well. Friendships, there might be a lot of activities about being socially active with friends, and there might be a lot of activities that also, be careful, because Mars is a planet also that can create a little bit of stresses and arguments. So there is a possible some clash with groups of people or groups that you're members of, but usually it's more dynamic. It's dynamic that you're quite active in regards to those things, in pursuing material gains, in pursuing public access, in pursuing and securing as well long-term goals of some sort. Okay, and then there is a very powerful activity in your 12th house. Jupiter, the planet that rules you, is there, and it's going to be there till November 2018. You have a whole year. The Sun and Venus. So we have the two benefics, the two best planets in the whole zodiac, in the whole horoscope. They're together in the same sign for you, activating the same area of life. Well, 12th house is about one of the things about foreign travel. Do go and travel if you can. Do go to exotic country, go to Bali, go to whatever, go to Iceland, something, or go to a different state at least. Go out in an environment that's unfamiliar, that is about, you know, giving you a very different perspective. It can also open the door now. It's great for travel, as I said. For holidaying. 12 houses, escaping the duties and responsibilities of the world. So fantastic time to holiday, fantastic time to rid yourself of some duties and responsibilities in a very pleasant and pleasurable way. You can indulge more as well in escapistic tendencies. You know, you can go have a few more drinks, you can party a bit more, you can just watch more movies, or the things that give you pleasure, that you do in private, and that you renew your spirit. The 12th house about your spirit, and you kind of have the green light to take it easy, to relax more, to enjoy yourself, to kind of become a bit, you know, oh, Saturn is still in your sign. If you're Sagittarius in the last degrees, basically Saturn is from 24 to 30 degrees, so to speak now. So if you have your sun, moon, or ascendant from 24 to 30 degrees, Saturn is not allowing you to take it easy yet. Maybe a little bit this month. Jupiter will allow it, you know, and Venus in the 12th house. But for all the other Sagittarians, you know, they can take it a bit more easier this month. They can enjoy private pleasures, bed pleasures. Venus in the 12th house is said to expand bed pleasures or secret relationships. You know, maybe relationships that you're so very romantically, that you look very romantically at, but that are not officially, or that you're doing in a more private way, or if you want to go on a date, do it in a more tucked away private place, you know. And it's easy access to such pleasures, to such escaping reality pleasures, because of those positive planets there, those easy planets, you know. And hidden activities. If you get involved with some hidden activities, whether they're legal, whether they're legal, but you're just making some preparations of some business projects behind the scene without making it official. Maybe it's some affair, or maybe some romantic experience, that it doesn't have to be something wrong, but anything that is private and you get involved with it, now it's not going to get found out. You have easy access to such more private activities. And you're supported there, and there can be hidden support that comes to you with those positive planets. 12th house is hidden spiritual support, or some kind of your dreams might be pleasant, your imagination can take you to pleasant places, or your dreams might take you, might even give you some insights. But usually I've seen like people be able to get the ability to travel to foreign countries, to get holiday away, to relax a bit, to indulge in private pleasures of some sort. If you're some kind of creative business that needs a lot of your imagination, Jupiter and Venus stimulate this 12th house in a powerful, positive way as well, can help with that. And escapism, again, there are different ways of escaping, you know which one is best for you. But we also have Mercury entering Sagittarius. Saturn has been Sagittarius for 2 years. You know how it's been. But Mercury is entering it, so it's becoming a very active month's communication, like, and December will be the same. So you'll be asked for the next 2 months to actively use your skills, Mercury, all your skills of communication, of speaking, of writing, all skills that you've developed and learn knowledge. You might be, for example, working on some projects that requires a lot of time spent alone. 12th house is spending time alone, but you're enjoying that process. When you have benefics in the triggering the 12th house, you enjoy yourself doing some research, or having time alone, or being away in unfamiliar places, or places that but you're still busy socially. Mars is in your 11th house. You're pursuing also goals and stuff like that, but you're also enjoying time spending alone, and you derive a lot of pleasures from it. And at the same time, you might, for example, be asked to work behind the project on something, all this 12th house influence that requires you to use a lot of your skills. Mercury is in your sign, a lot of your mental, intellectual skills that can make you shine over the next, actually by January, you'll see the results that you have used your skills, your intelligence in some way that might have progressed your career as well, because Mercury rules your 10th house. Asked to use a lot of those skills and a lot of this communications and negotiating skills, Mercury, and manual or mental skills of any sort, that actually will intensify in December. And anyway, and some negotiations will be happening, very important in December, but that's for the future, because Mercury rules your 7th house, and there might be renegotiation of relationships in a powerful way. So your relationship status can change December. But let's get back to this. Here I want to mention that Uranus is making a trine aspect for the last time in many years, 10, 15 years, I think, to Saturn. 120 degrees is a very supportive aspect, and Uranus is in your 5th house, Saturn is in your 1st house. How can this play? Is the whole November that you can expect to see results and to see those things happening. What can you expect? Well, first of all, Uranus means something new, some breakthrough, some moving forward. Saturn rules something old. So these two will be together. So some old skills or knowledge that you can build upon, that you can use some old skills, Mercury, because Uranus will make in trine to Mercury the old skills and old experience that you build over the age, your own wisdom, so to speak, and you build upon it and you incorporate new, in November, new creative ideas. Uranus, fifth house, new creative ideas that you can easily incorporate in already skills that you have. You don't have to totally learn totally new skills or totally, you know, new beginnings, so to speak. But you can have this new creative ideas, this new inspiration, fifth house that comes, and that builds upon before, and that you easily gain those new, you know, whatever hobby it is you discover that opens new paths for you in some way, and you easily incorporate it, you easily accept it, because the first house is you, or your own actions and experience can lead you to discovering. The first house is your own actions, long-term experience. Saturn can lead you to venturing into new business ideas. Fifth house is your creative business. If you have any business you're running in there, so new creative ideas can come for you that help you, again, using your old experience to build upon it. Or they can be your own, having worked hard on yourself, Saturn in the first house, having put a lot of discipline or work on your appearance, first house, or work on new foundations and beginnings in your life, having worked very hard. Now Saturn makes from your first house, you and the efforts you made working so hard now makes good aspect to your fifth house, which leads to new creative projects, which leads to new business creative ideas, which also can lead you to new romantic experiences. So something that you've been working hard on in the past 2 years almost, or that you've been putting a lot of efforts for, can lead you, because you've been, you know, working on yourself. Saturn in the first house can lead to improve romantic life, to break through in your romantic life now, Sagittarius, you know, and to and by the way, some efforts you've been working hard on can lead to more resources, because Saturn rules your second house, through incorporating some new creative idea that you have. But again, you have to make the efforts. It's in the first house. Saturn is in the first house. Also, if you've been working on something very hard, no matter what it is, you can now start receiving center stage ability to show it in some way. Also, fifth house is some new romantic interest, for example. Uranus, new romantic interest that helps you resolve some long-standing pain of yours. Saturn in the first house, some long-standing goal of yours, and that strengthens your self-image in some way or something good. So basically a planet from the first house, which is you, and a planet from the fifth house, which is a romantic partner, are making a good aspect. So, you know, you can build upon an old romantic relationship that by improving it, or you can, new romantic relationship can work well with you now, or something to do with children. If you want children, some innovation can allow you to have children, or some kind of new development can allow you to have children, or because you've worked hard on your health, this can allow you to have children. Or if you have children already, something new development can happen in the life of a child, which they incorporate more smoothly. And also, if you've been having some problems with children, because you are kind of the authority, Saturn in the first house, Uranus is the child that's been playing out, that's been trying to get more freedom, or that's been rebelling, or that's been creating problems of some sort. Now you're able to reconcile that, and you're able to see eye to eye and work together. The same is also for a romantic partner. You're able to sync your energies now. Even if they're so divergent like Saturn and Uranus is, you're able to find some compromise. So anyway, thank you so much, guys. Hope that was helpful for you, Sagittarius. Another 2 months left of Saturn in your sign, and then you'll be left for 28 years. You know, but Saturn in your sign must have been very productive, and you have an opportunity now to kind of start reaping some of those rewards with the good aspect that Saturn is receiving, even before Saturn leaves your sign, Sagittarius. So thank you so much. Do join me on webinars that I mentioned. Learn with me, and I will see you next month.